Mahesh, we are all familiar with the SOC or the security operations, but you are bullish on the concept of a risk operations center. What is a risk operations center and how does it work, I guess, as an ongoing basis, like a SOC?
Traditionally, risk operations were managed as part of the vulnerability management program. Now, vulnerabilities are identified by multiple different scanning solutions. There are, however, dozens of asset types in an organization. Each one of those asset types has a specialized scanning tool to identify either the risks or the vulnerabilities associated with each one of them. Now, those are oftentimes operating in silos. Right? What was the need for a security operations center in the first place? You've got your scanning tools targeted for all of your asset types, but then you still need to centralize the indicators of compromise so that you can actually stitch those data points together to understand the root cause of that particular attack. Understanding the risk across your organization before you are being attacked, before those vulnerabilities are being exploited, and really understanding what is the priority of each one of those vulnerabilities. Allowing such an operation is what we really call a risk operation center.
Really, it is a SOC, but you're layering on your knowledge of risk on top of the SOC. Am I following that correct?
SOC does not have that data today.
Right.
What we are really looking at is the risk and vulnerabilities, the misconfigurations and findings, right, that never make their way into a SOC.
When have you seen this work the best, and what happens when a SOC becomes, I'll say it, a ROC?
The responsibilities of the traditional vulnerability management teams have been ever growing. With the digital transformation, we saw adoption of cloud, adoption of custom applications that were being built by the organization. There was a tremendous need to extend the vulnerability management to really cover the risk across the entire digital footprint, which is where the number of findings were really exploding. How do you handle 10 million, 50 million findings, right? That is where you really need the concepts of risk operations center, where you can actually overlay the business context on top of the raw security data that you're collecting through the vulnerability scanners, and really identify what does it mean as a risk to my business, to my organization.
Well, if you want to understand more information about a risk operations center and how you can apply it in your environment as well, why don't you check out what Brinqa is doing at brinqa.com. The address is right there.